A 1 and a 2.
Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 10 of our Union campaign. Well, it appears that after the battle at 2nd Chantilly and the battle at Jackson, that the Confederates have regrouped and reorganized. Longstreet has fallen back to Fredericksburg, but is on his way to Richmond. And Lee has taken the railroad and marched his army right to Richmond. So he's parked right outside the Confederate capital. So we have around 11,000 here, 38,000, 38,000, so like 45,000 men. And currently we have Keyes here, 4th Corps. He's at 8,000 men. He hasn't even really reached his strength yet. We have Hooker, who's arguably the strongest here with the 3rd Corps. And that is at 16k. Then Richardson at 16k as well. But he's hanging back, so he's probably not even going to be able to reinforce. So currently it's just the 3rd and 4th Corps that are close to the enemy. But I've ordered them to halt. Hopefully they will do that in time. I've ordered the construction of telegraph stations and another supply depot between Williamsburg and Yorktown. So, we're slowly going to creep up on the peninsula. This was a campaign that lasted from March to, I think like June or July. So, the fact that it's taken this long, it makes sense. But hopefully we will get there before Lee receives his reinforcements. Jackson is currently still in the valley from what we know. And therefore I am sending Banks back to Harper's Ferry. And we're going to try and push him out. Yeah, I think that about sums up the eastern situation. So let's go to West Virginia. So Fremont is going to assist Banks as best as he can. We're gonna get this division up to around, 8,000 men. We're currently waiting for them to arrive. It's gonna be like 2 months. Then we're gonna go on to attack the Army of Southwest Virginia right here. Going to the western situation. Halleck has taken over all high command of the West now. He's moving from Peoria down to meet Buell and Grant by Jackson. And then they're gonna go on to strike Corinth, which we have reports that the rebels have retreated to Corinth. But there is also a sizable force under McCown at Fort Pillow that Pope will deal with. So, Halleck has overall command of Pope, Buell, and Grant. He also technically has command of the forces in Nashville, but they are independent for now. And at Nashville we have around 20,000 men that can hold it. But it's still the concern of the Eastern Tennessee Army that it's worrying me. We'll see what happens. If anything happens, we're gonna move Army of the Kentucky down as quick as we can to Nashville. That about sums up the recap. I'm going to now move on to the Peninsula, and we will see what happens. So I'll cut right back to you. Alright. Thankfully, we have snowy roads, so these guys are gonna halt their commands. I think just in time before being engaged. What we really need to do is get our readiness up to the point where we can at least have 4 corps engage Richmond. Alright, Franklin, for some reason, has completely misunderstood his orders, so he's just marching back and then forward. This stuff is bound to happen, but, I mean, he's really holding up the entire campaign right now. I'm gonna think about replacing him, actually. Alright, we're not gonna replace him for now, but, you know. He is on thin ice right now. Alright, over in East Tennessee, we have movement. Army of Georgia. And we have 2 armies. I don't trust the intelligence report here. But we have 2 armies on the move. And we can only presume one thing. That they're heading towards Nashville. So. I'm not really sure what to do here, to be honest. I said I would send Thomas down to help out, but frankly, I don't think he's going to arrive in time. Alright. I'm going to have him go to Murfreesboro. Forced march. By river. The river? You can't move by river. Are you kidding me? Right, cancel the order. Can you go here by river? No. Alright. That sucks. Yeah, well then... just force march it. That's all you can do, really. Let's see if we can... maybe muster up something here. Alright, this is what we're going to do. We're going to move out 2 of the brigades in Fort Donelson and Henry. Move them to Mitchell's division. And then, let's see. That's about all we can do. And then move Thomas down. I know I could technically move Buell with railroad to Bowling Green and then down to Nashville, but I don't think he's gonna make it in time, to be quite honest with you. Alright, I'll cut back to you. Alright, Thomas is on the move, but quite honestly, I don't know how he's gonna make it in time. Mitchell is about to receive reinforcements the coming day here. And Rosecrans is standing by. So we have around, I don't know, 22k at the capital. At the capital. What am I talking about? At Nashville. 22k at Nashville. And as you can see, the entire army of East Tennessee is preparing for an attack. Or something. They're at least moving their entire force. And because we have such low intelligence, as you can see, blind. We really don't know where they are. For all I know, I could be walking Thomas into a trap by going this route. Oops. But, I mean, what can I do right now? Here comes Halleck. He's really the only thing that's stopping me ordering Buell to move. Because the order delay... well, you know what I mean. Once he gets here, he can tell Buell what to do. Alright, Sumner has caught up with the rest of the army. And I'm gonna order him to halt about here. Meanwhile, Hooker will move up. And Richardson will park him right there. Now, McClellan should have readiness soon. Enough to participate in the battlefield. Franklin is finally making the move. But yeah, we're slowly dredging along the peninsula. It's taking its time. All right, over by New Orleans, we're gonna go and finally attack Fort St. Philip. I hope we have the range to bombard it. If we don't, it's gonna have to be a river expedition, I'm afraid. Or you know what we could do? Alright, first let's try this. If that doesn't work, then I have another plan. Alright, let's discuss the far west. In St. Louis, we got Hunter, who's taking overall command of the far west and the far western theater. Nathaniel Lyon has returned to active service, and he has taken the Department of Kansas. I put him in a smaller role, mainly because I feel like if he would have survived, like at Wilson's Creek, I think the likelihood of him getting a high command directly afterwards would not be that high. So I'm putting him in a appropriate position for now, and who knows, maybe he's gonna do something cool in the Indian territories. But overall, our main army here is the Army of Southwest Missouri under Samuel Curtis. His last battle was, you know, he did as best as he could, but it was an overall failure. Hopefully his second expedition into Arkansas is going to go a lot better. But he's probably going to be ready in around, give or take, 2 to 3 months. So expect a campaign in April or May. Over in eastern Missouri, we have John Pope, who's building a supply depot. He's got a telegraph station set up at New... It's, actually, I've been told it's not Madrid. It's like New Madrid or something like that. It's, however, not pronounced Madrid. Alright. So... Oh, let's put this guy on blockade again. We're gonna keep our eyes out for any... Well, just as I said that, here they come. They're already at Murfreesboro. And I don't think Thomas is gonna make it. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna... I wouldn't say cheat, but I'm gonna send some of his divisions ahead of the rest of the force. And maybe they will arrive in time. If they don't, then, you know, it's whatever. But I'm going to send Cameron and Nelson. And then now, I'm going to move in Buell. Oh, but we... Oh, God damn it. When are you ready, Buell? He has slow recovery right now. That's a freaking shame. Alright, when are these guys gonna arrive? 20? Are you serious? No, 5 days. 5 days. I'm not sure if they're gonna be able to, like, wait that long, but we'll see what happens. Alright, let's have a look at our corps again, under McClellan. Keyes now has 12,000 men, so some have arrived. Sumner has 10,000, he's arguably the weakest corps. Hooker, 16,000. Richardson, still 16,000. So, currently around here we have... well, it's basically, let's see, 25,000. So... we have around 75,000 close to the capital right now. But we still have Dix's corps in reserve. I'm gonna keep him here as a lifeguard. In case this goes to hell, we have to retreat to Fort Monroe, and I want someone ready there to field defenses, okay? 6 Corps is abysmal. I mean, look at this. But yeah, I will get back to you. Alright, so the fort bombardment is working for St. Philip's. So that's what we're gonna do. We also have the new Delta River Fleet getting ready, but it's still very much under strength. So we're gonna have to build it up with river ships. But unfortunately, they're gonna take a while to build. Around 64 days. So, and 84 days for these ships. It's gonna be a while. We might have to scavenge around for river ships in all of these fleets here, and then send them to the Delta River Fleet. I think that's actually what I'm gonna do. So I'll cut right back to you. All right, Farragut is now gonna get a bunch of new ships on the way, and we'll see how much that's gonna bring up the gun, overall gun and firepower. But yeah, it's looking pretty good over here. Alright, Army of Georgia is coming up on us. And from what I can see, they don't not bringing any reinforcements. They might stop midway, but honestly, this might just be a vanguard that's coming up. Oh, Butterfield's back. Great. I'm gonna put him on duty. Alright, back in Nashville. Army of Georgia's coming up on us here. And here comes Crittenden and Smith. Whoa! What happened to Crittenden's force? I thought it had like 30,000. Now it's just 4,000. They must have moved out like at least 30,000 units. 30,000 men out of that army. To where though? Polk, McCown. I think 10,000 men were sent to the east. Let's have a look. Yeah, Longstreet is definitely getting reinforced. And I don't know where the other 10,000 went, but that's a bad transfer by the AI, I have to say. Here we go. Alright. He didn't engage. It was just a skirmish. Right. It appears they're parking by Freesboro. So we're just gonna have Thomas move to Nashville instead. And Buell is still not ready to move, so. You know what? I'm sitting over here in the Peninsula, and I'm sort of getting like the McClellan Syndrome. Where I kind of feel like I don't want to attack because I think they outnumber me. But obviously they can't outnumber me. Like it's legitimately impossible for that. But I still feel outnumbered. For some reason. That's 22,000 men. 22. 38. 44,000. I guess it's about equal, actually. That's why I need Franklin up here, right now. Let's see, who has the highest readiness? It's Hooker. Alright, I'm gonna send a division from Dix to Hooker. Just to make sure that we have a reserve. Alright. He's gonna arrive in 2 days. That's fine. Why did I choose the guy with the highest readiness? Well, because he has such high readiness that if I'm transferring units to him, it's going to bring down his recovery rate and consumption. So it's better to send transfers to the guy with the highest readiness rather than the guy with the lowest. That's a tip for you. Okay, we are back in the West. We have some news. First off, we got the Army of Mississippi parked at Corinth. That's around 13,000, 17,000, 22,000. So, what, 40 to 50k right here? Then you got McCown right here with about 8,000. So if you discount McCown, you got 50,000 men at Corinth. And that puts Buell and Grant at the same number. Which, I don't know, I'm gonna be honest with you. 30... I might have to reinforce these guys. Now, second thing. They are attacking me now, but as you can see, it's like they don't know what they're facing. Yeah, they're retreating. They didn't stand a chance. So they're probably falling back to Chattanooga, if I am a good judge. What are they doing? Sometimes the AI works wonderfully with calculating, you know, am I outnumbered? If I'm outnumbered, I'm not gonna attack, right? But then you have moments like this where I'm just wondering, is there something in the code where the AI is just breaking down? Maybe like a value that's wrong, or like something like that, that the devs just forgot to check. But I don't know. It's gonna come at me again and then retreat. Once this happens, I'm just gonna save and reload. See if that might help. Alright, so I'll be right back. Alright, we are back at the Peninsula. Sumner is almost at orange, which it's better than nothing, right? So these two corps, the 2nd and the 5th, are gonna have to stay in the back of the line. Same thing with the 6th Corps when he finally gets here. But I don't even think he's gonna be in the reinforcement range. And frankly, Franklin. I'm sorry. I don't think he's gonna be able to participate that much. Maybe in the... well, we'll see what happens, right? Once the guys have arrived in Hooker's Corps, I feel safe to finally make a push on Smith's Corps. And see if we can't get something similar to the 7-day battles. Although, in this game, it's just incredibly hard to pull something like that off. With the way retreat and withdrawing works, and the way reinforcements work. But I will see what I can do, you know, behind the scenes. But we should probably be engaging them here soon, and maybe at the very end of March, or at the least early April. It depends how much readiness I want to build up, and it depends what they decide to do. They might just stand there and wait, you know. Alright, let's go back to Nashville. Thomas is taking his sweet time. but it's to be expected. I mean, we have very low state support. And something, I'll give you a quick tip right now, something that affects movement and movement speed and consumption is how high your state support is in a state. Yeah. Oh, they're coming back again. When would they learn? Is it because they see Mitchell's division and they're like, oh, 8,000, we can fight that. But they can't see Rosecrans standing here. Is that it? I don't know, to be honest. But you know, I'm just gonna advance Mitchell then. Might as well. Alright, I've decided that I'm gonna take my chances, and instead of waiting for these like 8,000 men that are arriving on these corps, I'm gonna do a bold move here and have Hooker, well, maybe not that far ahead, but move up here. Keyes behind him. Richardson and Sumner will stay. But the 3rd and 4th Corps are going to move forward. As you can see, that's going to take at least 2 days to arrive, that order. So. And again, Franklin is doing this bullshit. What the I'm sorry, but this is really, really frustrating. Is it because of his low readiness? Or is it just a pathfinding being, like, shit? At this point, I might just dissolve his entire command and then send it to the other corps. That's what it feels like right now. Alright, I'm just not going to mind that for now. Alright, back by New Orleans. We have taken Fort St. Philip. So, the path to New Orleans is wide open. Besides Lavelle's army right there. So, let's have a look at the fleet damage. Alright, you're gonna have to be repaired. This is messy. This is really messy. Okay, so I moved out the damaged ships and I'm sending reinforcements. Let's have a look at the Delta River Fleet. 108 guns. I think that should be more than enough to secure New Orleans. But now the main problem here, right, is, let's have a look. I don't know where I want the landing spot to be yet. I might go for the city itself. I might go for Brashear. Brashear City right here. We'll see. But yeah, we're still basically waiting for like a month's time. Well, let's have a look. 10 days, 23 days, 26. You know, we might be able to do it in a month, yeah. And then after that, we should be able to take the city with no problem. Alright, March 24th. The orders to march on the capital are given. We'll see how long it takes to get that march going. Ah, this is really pissing me off with Franklin over here. Oh, here we go. It's actually pretty quick. Alright, first I want to have a look here. So basically it's Johnston, Smith, and Huger that we are fighting. Alright boys, here we go. The first battle of this Peninsula campaign. Keyes is in the overall command of the force, due to McClellan being absent. But don't worry, he's gonna take all the credit for this victory or defeat. For McClellan, it doesn't matter if it's a victory or defeat, because, you know, that famous quote and all. Alright, let's head in. Alright, we are in. Seeing as this is one of the first key, like really major key battles that we're going to have in the campaign, I'm thinking that it deserves to have reports going through the HQ. So we're gonna do that. Currently, let's have a look. They have deployed 13,000 men, so we are at a huge advantage, but they have overall higher morale than we do. The objective is Shady Grove Church, and we spawn in at Old Cold Harbor. So we have to us the 3rd and 4th Corps, just like I envisioned we would. Since we're going to be fighting primarily in woods, I want to be on medium range for this. Alright. As you can see, Keyes has a much smaller corps than Hooker. So, Hooker will do the heavy lifting here. And this battle is going to progress as more and more units come onto the field. For now, for example, we're waiting for Richardson's corps. Will take 2 hours to get here, and Sumner will get here in 1 hour. Let's go over the reports. Alright, let's look at the overall training. We have the highest training out of all of them. But I think, I could be wrong, but actually no. That's not the reason why. But yeah, our best corps is Hooker's corps out of all the corps that we have. But he also doesn't have that high fighting spirit, mostly because we're fighting on enemy soil. Otherwise, we are pretty good, honestly. If we have a look at the Confederacy, you will see that they have a huge fighting spirit. Like, they couldn't be better. But their training is, I wouldn't say that bad, but it's, compared to us, it's not even close, you know? Their best corps is Joseph Johnston's corps, and I believe we are fighting, I could be wrong, but I believe we are fighting Huger's corps. Let's have a look at the condition overall. Condition looks good, nothing that major for the Confederacy, but something to note, we are fighting, oh, Smith's corps. 13,000, really? Alright. Huger's corps is arriving in 1 hour. Johnston's corps is arriving in 2 hours. So, they are arriving about the same time as we are. So the battle is going to escalate pretty quickly. Alright, if we go over to Consolidated Strength, we can see that they have about 100 guns available to them. While we have, what, really? No, that's not right. 30, 60, I have to count these individually. 30, 60, 20, 80. We have about the same amount of guns. Maybe we have slightly less than they do, actually. If we go over to our commander's report, we can see that they overall have higher stats than we do. I mean, Besides maybe Smith, they have pretty good leaders, especially Johnston and Lee. They are the Confederates' finest leaders. But yeah, I think that about does it. I will deploy, and I will cut back to you. All right, we are here. So, we got James Cooper, who arrived from, I think, Dix's Corps. Here, he is probably one of the weakest divisions that we have. So, he's going to be a bit of a reservist. First off, I want to order Farnsworth Cavalry Command to screen ahead towards, what's this? This junction right here. Hamilton will move up to Bethesda Church, followed by Couch behind him and Peck behind him. Alright, Slocum is gonna set up for now. Have him right there. Cooper right there. And Kearney right there. Alright, let's unpause. I will cut back to you if something happens. Alright, we're back. Sumner is arriving from... What road is this? Or what waypoint? Looks like White House. Okay. So he's probably going to follow up. Well, actually... I'm going to have him march along this road here instead. By Gaines Mill. And Farnsworth's cavalry is moving up. And here comes Richardson sooner than we anticipated. And he's going to be falling behind Sumner. So, not entirely sure what I'm going to do. I might have Richardson follow. Well, we'll see. But he's going to arrive the latest out of all the corps. Alright, since Slocum has deployed completely, I'm going to send him ahead, further ahead than the rest of them. But we need to converge along this line here by the forest. That's where we're going to deploy most of our forces. And then we might go through Mechanicsville, but I'm not sure yet. But I'm going to have Slocum move up the Old Church Road and move right there. Alright, Huger's Corps has been reported to have arrived. So this battle is slowly going to build up. Alright, we got info. They have entrenched right where I was planning to deploy, so I'm glad I didn't walk into an ambush. For now, I'm going to have Farnsworth just maybe fall back a little bit, but I'm not going to have him probe. I'm just going to stay put. At least now I know they have entrenched the main Shady Grove Road. So we're going to have to deploy probably further back around this way right here. But we'll see. It's already afternoon. We're almost at 5 p.m. And we're going to have to wait to the next day soon. So maybe we can get a skirmish going, but don't expect any grand assaults today. Alright, finally, Johnston is arriving. So every corps that is going to be engaged in the battle is now on their way to deploy on the battlefield. And they're deploying almost 30,000 compared to the 15,000 reinforcements I'm getting. because I've already deployed most of my force, but still. Alright, we are at 5 p.m. I think nighttime is at 6 or 7. So I don't think there's going to be any fighting on the 24th of March. Alright, McCall's division has arrived, so we're going to send him up as well. And then I think Sedgwick has arrived as well, so he will be behind Meade. And if you want an overview of what the entire deployment looks like, this is how it's looking right now. And we're almost at 6 p.m. Let's see. Is he gonna... Yep, end of the day. Alright. Troops are getting resupplied. It's taking a time. There we go. Alright. So, because we did this movement here, you see our bubbles connect. This is why it's smart to move one division at a time as soon as it deploys all of its force, compared to vanilla. The reason why we made the change to have units move in slowly is to reduce the amount of fragmentation from cohesion that occurs. As you can see, there is fragmentation, right here. But overall, it's not as bad as it was in vanilla. So yeah. With that covered, I'm going to redeploy my forces and I will cut back to you. Alright, we're back. So, let me go over the deployment. We got Kearney's division holding the Mechanicsville River crossing, just in case the rebels try anything. And such, because he is such a strong brigade, he will be able to hold his own until reinforcements arrive. Then we got Farnsworth deployed here with some of his regiments. Detached Whiting to keep an eye on this river crossing here. But yeah, they're going to stay here on this high ground. And, well, they don't have that much. Actually, let's put them here instead. I'll pull them back in case they get attacked or something. Then we got Hooker deployed here with the rest of his 2 divisions. They're going to assault the forest line. Back here, I got Richardson in reserve. The 5th Corps got Shanks division by the building here in reserve. Got Morale in reserve. We got McCall in reserve. Then we got Couch, who will... Oh, we don't got Couch. We got Keys. Sorry. Keys, which will take the center. He will be the hammer, so to say. Then we got Sumner, who will take the... let's see, it's the northern woods here, but our right flank. So, without further ado, let's play. And the artillery bombardment begins. They seem to maybe have abandoned their forward position, but we have such low intelligence right now, making it hard to see because they're hiding in the forest. So yeah, let's slowly start to move up. I kind of want to attack on the center first and move up on the flanks second. Oh, that's artillery reserve. I'm gonna put you over here then, Hunt, and detach you. I didn't realize that was artillery. There we go. Okay. Let's have McCall deploy there, and Morale deploy there. Overnight attrition has been in their favor. We lost almost 460 men to desertion, sickness, and generally MIA. Enemy only 100, so they are already off to an advantage over me. However, their morale has gone down since the last day. The orders have been received and we are slowly going forward. Let's start to detach the artillery batteries. There's no point in sending them into a wooded area. They have not abandoned the trench line. Okay. Actually, let's have Whiting screen our flank scouts ahead. Not screen. My bad. Alright, we are getting closer. So far, we can see the 7th Texas. 2 batteries here, but I think there's 3 batteries here. 4 maybe even. It's gonna be hell taking that trench line. But someone's gotta do it. Oh. True's battery's already pretty screwed. Let's see if we can't use the first US sharpshooters to deliver some pain on the batteries. There goes the 1st New Jersey, Battery B. Moving up the sharpshooters. And they can actually be on long range. Because we need something to take away the fire from these batteries. I mean, look. We've already lost the majority of our guns from counter battery fire on my left flank. And I don't like that one bit. They already have an advantage, so I don't want to lose another advantage to them. There we go. Good job. Alright, let's have James Cooper. I said he was going to be on reserve, but Slocum's division's just not ready. So let's assist the sharpshooters. Move up for the woods. And let's prepare Keys to finally move on the center. Here we go. He's showing pretty good initiative here with the fast movement. All right, let's finally have Sedgwick move up and Meade as well. Alright, Slocum is finally ready. We're going to have him deployed to the right side of the 1st USS. And Shank will move you up here. So far, the sharpshooters have not taken any casualties. But they are inflicting a lot on those guns, which I like to see. Alright, let's put Cooper on attack and Slocum on attack. Demoralized, why? Alright, the sharpshooters are taking a lot of fire now. But I think they've done a good job. They are taking fire from infantry. I think the sharpshooters can handle it. At this distance, they are inflicting more casualties than the enemy due to their sharps. Unless the enemy also has sharps, which is a possibility. There goes one of their gun crews. But the sharpshooters are falling back. They've taken too much fire. That's okay. I think they did a pretty good job. Here comes the Marine Corps. Carroll's brigade. Oh, they have a lot of infantry here now in the trenches. We're gonna have Peck charge he's gonna assault the trenches, and we got the Holcomb Legion moving up, as well as Waltall's brigade. Here comes Peck. Schofield's brigade attacks first. Is he gonna charge? No. Alright. Let's keep moving up. Maybe Sedgwick and Meade can force them out of the trench. Oh, but they got brigades here too, you see. 1st and 2nd Virginia Militia under Smith. There is Lee, rallying his men. Alright, we need more reinforcements in the center if we're gonna break through here. Let's have Couch move up. And Hamilton, please. Thank you. Here comes Cooper. First sharpshooters broke. That's okay. Let's have the reserves move up. Morrell and McCall. And Shank stand by. Rangers coming up. But their cover is just too good in these trenches. Schofield is forced to retreat. Walthall is overextending. I'm gonna make him rout. They have... Did you see how many Confederates they have here? Nothing short of a like major artillery bombardment is gonna get them out of these trenches. Maybe a mass charge, but we need more men in the center. Definitely. I'm gonna send up Cenk. You see how many gun crews we've lost? That's ridiculous. Alright, we forced Waltall to retreat. Maybe the Philadelphia Brigade can use this as a breakthrough here in the wedge. We got the famous Iron Brigade here. Well, they're not that famous right now, but under John Gibbon. I'm gonna have to assist the commanders a little bit. Let's have Sullivan charge to flank. That might work. But as you can see, this is going to be bloody. We're already at 2,000 casualties. Favoring them. What you doing? Get off your horses. Let's charge the wedge here. That might just work. Have Gibbon charge as well. Oh, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, these aren't big units, but there's still. I mean, this got to be like 4,000 here, holding the wedge. Let's zoom out again. Oh, good thing I did, because I'm about to get flanked. You know, this is why you keep on your wings and, like, a great tip, just detach cavalry and have them spread out across the battlefield. So situations like this won't catch you off guard. Thank God for Whiting. Okay, this appears to be Johnston, I think. He came in over here. And this is why you have reserve divisions like Morrell and McCall, right? If I didn't have these guys, then what would I do, right? So let's move Morrell here and McCall here. Let's keep... let's move Kearney to the center. Farnsworth will have to hold the flank. And Whiting... Oh, shit. Charge this cavalry. And then across here. Blast him with canister if you can. Alright, let's pause for a second here. Look at the wedge. We got the Iron Brigade still meleeing. And the Philadelphia Brigade shooting them down and assisting with supporting fire. Let's have Amory charge. And you know what? Why not? McQuaid as well. And Cogswell. We gotta get in here. We gotta get a foothold. Here comes the River Brigade on the rush. Alright, Whiting is coming back. I can't see that cavalry anymore, but it's hiding in the woods somewhere. There it is. Charge it. Lost sight of it again. Freaking hell. This is gonna be tough. I think we did it. The center of the Confederates is collapsing. Peck wounded. That's not good. But the left side of the trench seems to be ours. McQuaid and Sullivan charging the Florida Engineers. They have so many men retreating right now, you can see them. They're just routing into the forest. That's what we want. And... right, we got the left side of the trench. Let's try and get the center now that they have fallen back. We'll get the entire trench line. Oh, there's Butterfield again. Right. Alright, things are going well here. Just gotta keep the pressure up. Gorman is assisting the artillery. But and Whiting is chasing the cavalry. If this... yep. There we go. And they're gone. Alright, let's take the trench. Now they're setting up, I think it's, what, Smith? Or are you part of? Huger. It's Huger's Corps that's coming up. They might try and retake the trench. Alright, that one broke. There we go. Get him, Jennifer. Jennifer. Whiting. Sorry. You're charging, Jennifer. You're not... ah, my brain today. Sorry. We should win this easy. Although they do have a lot of men in that unit. Maybe we won't win. Because we were very fatigued. Oh, they're sending in more men. Alright, Whiting won. So let's have him defend the battery. Or actually just come back to... you can't do that, huh? Ah, just stay there. Just move there. Alright, we are still fighting them in the forest. Which they have set up a pretty good defensive line, as you can see. Butterfield and Rush are trying to pull through, but it's messy up here. It's mostly just Huger's Corps trying to hold them off. Trying to hold us off, I should say. Alright, Kearney is almost redeployed. I just need to have him on standby in case something happens. Right now, we just have to break through this roadblock they have. But it's a very good position they've set up. Let's redeploy our line here. We've had almost the same amount of units break. They've had a lot more. Well, they've had a few more. That's what I meant to say. We have had about the same morale, I'd say we have. Comparatively. But they still hold the objective, which is the problem here. Before I push through here, I sort of want to regain my fatigue as well. Maybe get my morale up. So we're just going to hold the trench for now. And I'll cut back to you if something happens. You know what? Actually, we're going to deploy Kearney right over here. That way we have a good solid line. And we won't get flanked or anything like that. We did make it in time, by the way, to hold the creek. Because they don't seem to want to move on it anymore. But they got two forces. One moving in this direction and one moving back towards the objective. So, don't know what's going on there. Yep, I'll come back to you. Alright, we are back. Johnston is making a huge move now towards our position. Across this entire road here. Through the creek. We got troops there, ready to meet him. And meanwhile, we have to try. And now that we have regained, as you can see, we're all well rested now. So we're going to try and push through the forest line. So, let's do it. We also got the coffee mill gun set up here, but I don't know if they have any good line of sight. Maybe once we get the infantry out of the way. Alright, we're gonna have to send troops up. And replace them as they break. Because we're not gonna get this in one go, I don't think. Alright, Peck has regained his brigades. So we're just going to go ahead and send them into a reserve position right there. Here comes their artillery reserve. Right, on the road. The battle for the forests area here. He's getting a bit, as I predicted, stalled. I didn't think we were going to get this line, because they're all in forest cover. And I guess so are we, but, you know. Right. Dudley's not seeing much combat, so I'm going to have him and Sturgis assault Armistead. Both of us has pretty much reformed our units by now. So they're just sending them back in. I'm sending mine back in. It's hell. Here we go. Okay, Armistead broke before we even got there. Now it's this cavalry here. 1st and 2nd North Carolina. The home brigade's gonna break here soon. Alright, I have no idea what Johnson is doing over here. This is the 2nd time where he's making some weird movement or he's taking his sweet time. I mean, he's succeeding in drawing like almost half of my force to defend my flank, but he's doing nothing about the rest of my troops that are going to break through here soon. So, unless he attacks, I don't see how they're gonna pull through. Unless I make some blunder or something. Oh. 2nd VA whipped. How many prisoners is that? Oh, nice. It's in our favor now. Alright, let's have a second big charge. We gotta push them out of this road. This might go horribly wrong if they canister us in the face. We gotta break through. Alright, first charge. Sturgis is charging forward. Oh, he's taking a lot of casualties. We gotta get those batteries. Here comes Dudley. And we got Sullivan as well. Oh, that canister is brutal. Here we go. Melee. It looks like it's a success. Now look at this. Brutal forest combat. Sturgis broke. That's okay, we still got brigades coming up. They're counter-charging. Come on, come on, fire on the batteries. Don't let them shoot you. Oh my god. Attack the batteries. Get them. Keep charging, keep charging. Get the batteries. Here we go. Oh, Gorman's breaking. But Abbott is having a breakthrough. Come on. There goes one. Get the other one. Nice. Right, Abbott, get some rest. Get some rest. If you can. I mean... whatever. Turn and fire. Gorman broke before getting the battery. That's too bad. Oh, we got more units coming up here. And Johnston is just sitting there. I don't know if he's feuding with Lee or what. There goes Abbott. Okay, our attack is stalled, so I'm just gonna cut back to you when we can launch another attack. Okay, we are back. So, end of the day. I'm gonna resupply our troops here. And deploy again. So, let's see. We got on day 3. So, I'm going to redeploy here and then I will cut back to you and go over the plan. Alright guys, I had to cut the episode there because it was getting a bit too long. But catch you in the next episode. And as always, thank you to our patrons. John M., Alexbond, Adam F., Mike D., Brady R., GrumpyGruntpa, Justin L., WormsandGenerals, Tal S., and our Brandt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode.